on, get down. Come on, Charlie. Charlie, get down, there's a train. Charlie!
You're out of olive oil if you're still thinking of cooking tonight.
That was definite, was it?
I thought so.
No, it can't be, because there's something, we should speak later about that. What? I'll get out here, shall I?
Jack? Jack? Why do we start trying to organise men as soon as we start falling for them?
Because they can't organise themselves.
Which comes first, I wonder? Organising them or falling for them?
You need deprogramming.
I do.
Look after what you need first, and then if you've got time, think about him. Works for me.
Count it.
I'm sure it's all there, Virginia, but it's not going to help.
I said, count it.
I was always crap at maths, Virginia. Let me get you someone who can count. Just a fella. Why could you...
He's not a doctor.
Out of the mouth of old ladies.
She is driving me round the bend, this one. Where's Kathy when you need her?
Good morning.
Morning.
She's still here?
She's still here.
My God, you look gorgeous.
Really? You don't think it's too much?
No, where's the wedding?
Hello.
What did you do, David? Rob a florist?
No, Yvonne's mum. Yvonne's mum gave them to me for you after the funeral. There's a note. She says you're sorry you couldn't make it, but she knows you were there in spirit.
How was it?
Lots of people came. Didn't rain. Well, it did, a bit. Then it stopped.
Do you want to put those in some water?
Everyone was asking after you.
Thanks, David.
Mountain bike.
I know.
Sorry.
No, yeah, I think it's a good idea too. I'm glad you agree. Yeah, as soon as the decision's made. Bye.
Jack.
Christine, just the person. I'm sorry I dashed off this morning.
Is it crucial we keep it a secret?
No, not particularly. I just maybe thought that, again, you were right in the first place. The fewer people that know, the fewer people passing judgment.
I don't want anyone questioning my sanity.
There's that too. But I'm in on these interviews. Is that going to be a problem, do you think?
You never said.
Well, it wasn't definite.
2 boys coming in, accident on the railway.
Let's hope we can survive without you.
Uh-huh.
Morning.
Morning.
His name's Charlie. He's losing blood. Traumatic amputation of the left hand. Pulse is 90.
Where's the hand?
Still searching the accident scene.
We found this bag, though.
You did it, Charlie. You did it.
Which one's the severed hand?
Is he all right? You're all right. It was wicked. You should have seen him. I shot myself, but you kept going. You did it. Never thought you would. No one did.
So what are you doing, throwing bricks at trains?
What's it to you?
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you wanted everyone to know how brave you were. Need any help? Here, do you want to check this one?
Yeah.
I don't like him.
I'm much nicer.
It's all right, Charlie. Try to keep still. Photo.
Yep, got it.
Have a pressure dressing, please.
Oh, my mom. She's on her way, Charlie. We're just going to give you something for the pain.
I don't know if you're allergic to any drugs or antibiotics, Charlie.
Don't know. 5 of morphine, cefuroxime 750.
He's just hurt his hand, hasn't he? He's not going to die or anything.
The doctors are making sure he doesn't.
Ah! Ah!
Okay.
Okay.
BP stable. Right, Charlie, we're going to bring your mum right here, okay?
All we can do now is wait for the hand. I reckon we've got 30 minutes if we're lucky.
I'll try and find out what happened. You got a couple of boys just come in?
You'll have to give me a bit more than that. Are you a relative?
No.
Then I'm afraid we can't tell you anything.
You got your rules?
Yes, we have.
Me too.
Oh, stupid machine.
So if it isn't yours, whose is it?
Dunno.
A nice selection.
You weren't throwing bits like that, the one said.
Yeah, you're writing your names on a tunnel wall.
So?
Yeah, I often wonder when I go past on the train how to get his name up there on the wall.
Why?
I wonder about a lot of things. What's his nickname?
His tag.
Sorry, his tag? You've gone to all that trouble, sure you want someone to know who did it.
You ain't important.
Thanks a lot. I had a tag once. Well, right, well, it's more of a nickname. Alky.
You're an alky.
Andrew Argyle. AA. Alcoholics Anonymous. Alky. Yeah, no, total bollocks. So don't go telling anyone else. I don't want it being reintroduced.
Is this cooch?
What's yours?
Minty. But I didn't do mine. I was watching Charlie. He was hanging onto these metal step things, swinging over. Then I hears this train coming, and I'm shouting and getting out of the way, and he's keeping writing. The next thing I know is I'm on the ground and the ambulance people's there. But I saw his name. He'd done it. And he was on that stretcher thing.
But you didn't see what happened?
No. Must have knocked me head or something.
It's probably just as well. Might put you off ever doing it again.
Did you know Jack was in on these interviews?
Yes. How badly damaged is the hand? But you'll bring it in case. Okay, thanks.
Dr. Fletcher,
Yes.
this young man insists on speaking to you.
He says you're in charge of the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's all there. £2,000.
I know why you won't operate. It's because I'm too old.
Virginia, I've already explained to you, your case is not an emergency.
I heard you, so I'll pay.
Waving money around won't make the operation happen any quicker.
This is accident and emergency, isn't it? Well, I'm having accidents because of my hip. I'll show you. Give me a hand, son.
No, we don't want you having an accident.
You could have fooled me.
Are you here with anyone?
Yeah, her.
Since when?
Since she gave me a tenner.
Why didn't you bring it?
You didn't ask me to. Ozzy Bennett.
So I need to ask now, do I?
It's your bloody mini disc player. Ozzy Bennett, please. It's you. Great. Hello, my name's Sam. Do you want to come through here where it's not quite so noisy?
Now then.
We want to see Max Lucas. I'm his brother. I'm his cousin.
You must be his sister.
Oh, piss off. How do you get him?
Come on, outside. Come back at visiting time if you can get an adult to come with you. And wipe your nose, snotty.
So how did this happen?
Her fault. Cut it cooking.
Cooking? I was cooking, you were chopping.
You made me chop.
Oh, everything's my fault according to you. Maybe it'd be better if you waited outside.
No, I wanted to stay.
Were you disturbing other patients? Oh, what, we stop arguing? Right. This is an old cup.
Yeah, did it last week. Split open again.
My fault.
No, it was my fault.
I don't really care whose fault it was, okay?
You know, I'm thinking about being a nurse.
I help her practice. Hey, she couldn't borrow your uniform, could she?
How are the staff, do you think?
Bit shaky. I think the funeral gave everybody a chance to say goodbye.
We're certainly going to miss her, that's for sure. Yeah. Robert, I'll be a few minutes.
I've got a patient in B with an infected hand wound. Could you?
Yep, certainly.
Yeah, it's going to need surgery, I'm afraid.
Surgery?
The infection's got into your system, Ozzy. You're going to need a small operation to clean out the cut. You'll be fine, but we just need to keep an eye on you.
Puts it so much better than I could. Nurse, have you got a second?
Yeah. Okay, a minute.
You okay?
Yeah, fine. Why?
Good. No, I just wondered, come on, you think I've been avoiding you, just very busy, but
Yeah, me too.
good. Because, I mean, if you think you couldn't approach me or...
I don't.
Good. Right. Well, then try and find him a bed.
Will do. I haven't told anybody if that's what you're worried about.
Great.
Jack,
Yeah.
I've got a boy who might need your help.
Well, page me if you need me.
Thanks.
I am okay for tonight, by the way.
Well, you are you? What makes you think I still am?
Oh, I see. Well, I'm cooking.
Good.
Is there olive oil at your place?
Oceans of it.
Ocean's Oil, right. See you later then.
Are there two boys in there?
Who wants to know?
We do.
You're not relatives, are you?
No.
You weren't with them when it happened.
No? Well, thank you anyway.
Thanks.
You've been in your current post a relatively short period of time. Why do you think you have enough experience for this job?
As you know, it's a very big and busy department. Loads of different cases coming through every day, each with very different needs. We have to know our medicine, but be quick thinking and adapting.
There's a boy asking for you.
Oh, be one of the crew. I knew they'd come. Could I tell Charlie?
No, later on.
Are you allergic to anything, do you know?
Washing up in school. Will it hurt fixing my ankle?
Well, he's the man that's going to make sure it doesn't.
What's it like, that stuff you knocked him out with? You know, like drugs.
It is drugs. It's morphine. That's what drugs are for.
Maxie's mum's here.
Don't tell her where I am.
Too late.
You weren't at the funeral.
No, I wasn't.
Why not? Must have had a reason.
There's a reason for everything, is there?
Yeah, I think so.
There's a reason why those kids risk their lives to write their poxy names on a wall.
Yeah.
It helps to try and understand it.
Understanding really helps.
Might help you.
Or if I understand why I do things, I'll stop doing them, is that it? I'll stop taking risks and endangering other people's lives.
No, I didn't mean that.
You know, you're the kind of man who never took a risk in his life. I don't call that living.
Have you tried go home or pay for the taxi? Where's home?
Edinburgh.
Edinburgh?
That's what she says. Just waiting to hear back from the GP now.
I suppose we'll have to.
What about Errol?
Another tenner?
Done. I'll go halves.
I'm looking for my son, Charlie Edmonds.
Mrs. Edmonds.
It's Gloria.
Gloria, I'm Christine Fletcher. Let me take you to Charlie.
He's bad, isn't he?
That's one of them's, Mum.
Oh, maybe she can get your bed back.
No, I'll get it myself.
Best way if you want a job doing.
Charlie? Oh, God, what's happened to you?
You see what happens when you play with that boy?
We weren't playing.
I'm not angry with you, son. I blame the parents.
Gloria's nice. Nicer than you.
She turns him against me.
She never talks about you, Mum. You're so stupid.
Did you talk to your mother like that?
He's had a nasty shot, Mrs. Lucas. He's worried about his friend.
He was such a lovely baby.
That's it. That's Charlie.
They found his hand, but I'm afraid it was too badly damaged for us to be able to do anything.
You can't leave him like that.
Gloria, I'm sorry. I know it must be hard to take in.
It's my fault, isn't it? Why did I let him hang about with that boy?
I can think on my feet, and I don't get stressed easily.
And what would you say are your weaknesses?
Haven't got any. No, I can be quite opinionated, but I hope that's tempered by a willingness to listen. One of the things I love about this job is that you never stop learning. You can never know too much. And experience has taught me never to be complacent even about the most routine of tasks, and to use every opportunity to improve my skills.
Thank you, Dr. Field.
Well, looking at your application, Mike, begs the question not why are you going for the job, but why it took you so long to go for it.
Well, as these jobs don't often come up, I haven't really had the opportunity. But it is true I have had certain outside commitments. These were a consideration in whether I could give everything to the job.
Are you saying you don't have these commitments now?
Yes, I am. I can now give the job my full, undivided attention.
But some outside commitments are a good thing, don't you think? Stops us getting too obsessive.
Okay, Ozzy, that's you done for now. You can rest here till there's a bed available. Linda, you might want to get yourself a magazine or a drink. You could be here a while. It's okay. We won't get bored, will we, love?
No risk of that if I'm with you.
Right, I'll leave you to it then. I think I preferred it when they were arguing.
Hi, is that Dr. Arthur Morton? Dr. Morton, it's Terry Harker, St. Vic's A&E. Virginia Henderson, she's one of yours, right? Great. How many times? It's a bit strong, Doc, isn't it? Okay, thanks very much for your help. Thank you. Thanks. Bye. Virginia.
Yes?
Can I have a word with you?
Certainly.
I've just spoken to your GP.
And what lies was he telling? I need that operation. Did he say I didn't need it?
No. But he did say you've been as far as the operating theatre 3 times, and each time you've refused to go ahead with it.
But I didn't like the other hospitals. I like this one. I like you.
Well, I'm telling you, I've tried everything and nothing's working.
Errol's wheeling it down to the bank as we speak. Get out another £1,000.
And you let him?
You try stopping it.
Well, what did the GP say?
No, the GP. That she was a cantankerous old pain in the arse, wasting everybody's time and money, and the only way we're going to get rid of her, call the police and have her forcibly removed from the premises.
Very nice.
Sounds like the voice of experience. Apparently, she's been in an old folks' home for a year. Every couple of months, she takes out a couple of grand and visits the next lucky hospital demanding the operation.
You're kidding?
No. She's been to Cardiff, London, Newcastle, now us. But there is good news.
What's the good news?
The good news is, she likes us the best.
Oh, for goodness sake, do you want me to throw a bucket of cold water over you?
She'll do it. She scares the life out of me.
Oh, sorry. You just look so cute and vulnerable lying there.
Yeah, well, please try to resist him.
I will.
Right, I'm going to leave these curtains open, okay?
Whatever you think's best.
So you take on a new role. How do you think this will affect relationships with your colleagues?
Oh, this department has always valued each team member on their ability, not their position.
How do you feel about protocol, guidelines?
Do they have their place?
Well, they have their place and you agree with them, or they have their place and you disagree with them?
I don't think you have to agree with everything in order for you to do your job well, if that's what you're saying. We may not agree with all the laws in the country. Some people will try and change them. In the meantime, we live within them.
You don't live within them here.
Do you want to be more specific?
Well, last week you performed an intubation expressly against new hospital guidelines.
You can't bring up an unsubstantiated claim like that.
Well, perhaps you could substantiate it for us?
I performed that intubation on Marie Hitchman at a time when the department was at full stretch, trying to save the lives of two of our closest colleagues. If I hadn't, the patient would have died. And frankly, I would rather have disobedience on my conscience than a patient's death.
No, thank you for being so candid.
Bloody rules. Just because you make them doesn't mean they're right.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Gregson. I think you've given us a full answer.
Do you? I don't. Words like, I was only following orders spring to mind.
Thank you, Doctor.
And I personally don't want to hide behind that or any kind of excuse.
Mike.
Please.
How'd it go?
What's the matter?
My arm hurts.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
Yeah, what can I do for you?
His arm hurts.
Okay, let's have a look.
Well, I hope this teacher's in my lesson.
She's glad this happened.
That's a terrible thing to say.
I'm sure he doesn't mean it.
Yeah, I do.
I'll tell you what, why don't you go and get yourself a cup of tea, eh? Me and the doctor will check him out. There's a nasty swelling here.
You having trouble breathing?
Yeah.
Look, I think it only fair that our colleagues here are party to the same information that we are.
So why didn't you mention it before the interview?
Well, why didn't you?
It's beside the point. You deliberately used that information to try and rattle him.
And it did, didn't it? I mean, look, I have much less of a problem with Mike going against procedure than I do with how he handles his emotions.
Well, I think his response was understandable.
And I think he needs to do something about his temper.
A bit of emotional commitment is healthy, for God's sake.
Well, can we reach a decision?
Dr. Phelan, would you come through, please? Sure. You're in for a disappointment if you think Stuart's going to be easily manipulated.
It's just a little bit paranoid, isn't it, Robert?
You insinuated your way onto that panel to make sure that Mike didn't get the job.
Do you want to reconsider that remark?
No. You don't want Mike because he thinks like I do.
You mean he's on your side?
Yes. If you want to put it that way.
Robert, this is petty. This is not the playground.
You're damn right it's not.
What's going on?
AV's dropped again. Multifocal ectopics on the ECG.
Okay, let's check his blood vessels.
Could this be a burn under the graze?
Were there any electric cables under that bridge?
It's an electric shock. Get the potassium level back and ask the lab for a CK.
Yeah.
AV's still falling.
12 lead ECG and catheterized. Sam, can you stick test the urine for myoglobin?
Yeah.
How long since?
A couple of hours, maybe more. He's unconscious when they picked him up. Probably from the shock.
Can someone tell me what's wrong? What's wrong?
So much for keeping things between ourselves.
We'll talk later, Mike.
No.
I didn't say anything to Jack.
So who did?
That's what I'm trying to deal with.
Deal with? I think you've done enough, don't you?
Well, you didn't exactly show your best side out there, did you?
Hey!
Drinks on you then, Mike?
Ask him.
What, you got the... Well done, Stu.
Oh dear.
He's in VT. Still got a pulse.
Let's cardiovert him.
Accommodating rock uranium, please, Sam.
Tom and Dave. Rock uranium.
Come in.
100 joules synchronized.
Yep.
Stand back. Yep. Again. Stand back.
Yep, he's back inside us.
Right, let's have 300 milligrams amiodarone. Get a litre of saline into him straight away and some mannitol.
Maybe the fasciotomy and the dead muscle will have to be removed.
The sooner the better. Sam, can you find Mr. Turner? We need to get him into theatre.
Right.
Jack, can I have a word? Are you sure about this?
Yeah, I'm sure. You got the job. Enjoy.
Dr. Fletcher needs you in recess.
Right, excuse me. I think I should have mentioned that I've been seeing Dr. Fletcher.
Having sex with her, you mean?
Well, yes, amongst other things, of course.
You have been seeing her, or you are seeing her?
I am seeing her.
Well, she's a lot nearer your age, isn't she? And it's not like you're some old guy who's going through a midlife crisis, only able to date women who are far too young for them. But if I'm going to do the dirty on someone, especially somebody that I like, then I'd prefer to know before the experiment. Then at least I've got a choice in the matter.
Yep, good point.
I'll talk to his mum.
Thanks, Andrew. Well done, Stuart.
We had a lot of help from you.
Of course you did. You did the same for Mike.
Sure. But telling post-coital tales about Mike to your new boss? That I didn't expect.
What have we got here?
I wasn't telling tales. I was simply voicing a concern about the policy and the way it works.
Has it occurred to you why Jack doesn't want Mike in the job?
Stuart will make a good registrar.
As good as Mike? You handed Jack the ammunition to screw up Mike's chances.
Oh, now you're being ridiculous. Jack thought Mike did the right thing under the circumstances.
Oh, you are so naive!
I'm naive. Well, that's blinding, coming from the man who had the chance to run a bigger, better department, but instead hands it over on a plate to his old chum, and then never ceases to moan and blame everyone else but himself. It's your own bloody fault, Robert. You just can't admit it.
Yes, I can. I admit it, but I can see through him. I don't mind you scrambling for a cheap thrill in the car park. Just don't bring it into work with you.
Where does that come from?
What?
You ask yourself, where does that come from? I know exactly what I'm doing, believe it or not. I'm having fun. For the first time in a very long time, I'm having fun.
Well, I think with your relationship record, fun is about all you can aim for.
This is your fault. I don't want you blaming that young man. The young get the blame for far too much these days.
Cubicle C.
The surgeon's going to have to cut out the dead muscle.
Doesn't he need it?
No. But I'm afraid it would be very dangerous for Max if we left it in.
Oh, sorry, I think I'm going to be sick.
All right, I'll get someone to help you.
Well spotted in there. You okay? Have you had your break yet?
What the hell do you think you're doing? Get her out of there! Get off me!
She was just helping me relax. We weren't doing anything.
Like hell you weren't.
Perhaps you'd like to tell us what the problem is outside.
She is the problem! Come back here, you coward bitch!
Who's that?
My wife.
Come here, you slapper!
Why do we always blame the other woman? That Egypt wants his cake and eat it.
Christina had sex with Jack last week. I had no idea that you and him were together, or I never would have done it. It happened once, and it won't happen again. But I just thought that you should know. I know that if it happened to me, then I'd want to know.
Right, you!
Doctor!
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have made that personal.
You always think you can have a say in my life. Why is that?
You're my friend. I know Jack. I know what he's like with women. I've seen what he can do to them.
And what about me? What about what I can do to men?
Jack doesn't take anything seriously. And you deserve to be taken seriously.
Maybe I don't want seriously, Robert. Why do you assume it's the man who's always in control?
Yeah, you're right. Why do I? I'm not.
I know Jack better than you think.
I hope so.
We hardly used any. We're going to give them back.
I told you I'd show you a better place. Tagging's for dummies.
I am a dummy. I'll never be a writer like you.
You gotta work at it. You can't just write straight off. You gotta practice. You gotta be committed. You're just lazy.
I'm not lazy. Did you see it?
Yeah. Does it hurt?
Dunno. Can't feel anything.
Ah, is this yours? So what do you think of Charlie's achievement? Following in your footsteps, is he? I think you better go.
Keep them. I'll show you when you get better.
Thanks.
You want him to do it all over again?
It's not his fault.
Save your breath, Charlie. He doesn't understand.
Tell me.
I write, he tags in crazy places. Two different things, okay? But I ain't telling him what to do. You're your own man. Don't let no one tell you different.
Not now, boys. Later on.
So what's he doing then?
I'm leaving. See you, Charlie.
Did you see it?
Yeah. Wicked.
You did it, man.
Told ya.
Fresh plate, please. You're quiet. Missed you at the funeral. Can I get some more fentanyl, please? I'm not sure this arm shouldn't be in the bin, you know. But, Yvonne wouldn't want us to throw it away just yet, would she?
No.
Press on. Got an angel watching over you, Max, if you did but know it.
You too, Raz.
How's he doing? Max.
Well, I think.
Urine's 110 mils at the last.
Is it so important to be accepted? To be part of the gang?
Was it important to you?
No, I gave up trying. Not so much like hard work.
We worry too much about what other people think.
To thine own self be true.
That's the hard bit. I think I prefer fooling myself.
Well, maybe it's not fooling yourself. It's a leap of faith. Fooling yourself. Hope it works out with you and Jack.
Does everyone know?
No, I worked it out for myself. I'm sorry for pursuing you so relentlessly. Must have driven you mad.
It did a bit. It was flattering too, though, Andrew.
Thank you. You're very kind.
I know.
Hey, how'd it go?
You look better.
Well, I won't be fit enough for the Commonwealth Games, but I've just seen a consultant and he reckons I'll be back on the bike 6 months max.
That's fantastic, yeah.
Right. What's up?
I'm really sorry, babe. I mean, not about this. Just sorry I let you down. I didn't know what I was doing. I still don't.
I know.
I know you know.
So what happened at the interview?
Stuart got it.
You're joking. But you're way more qualified than Stu.
Tell that to Jack Turner.
Well, what's he got to do with it?
Oh, forget it. I don't want to talk about him.
I'm sorry, Mike. Their loss.
It's all a bit of a mess, really. Oh, I feel like running away.
Yeah, me too. You fix my pillows.
Yeah, sure. Better?
Yeah. Still have the touch.
Kathy, I just want to say,
No.
no. I just want to say, I do love you. And it was never that I didn't love you.
And I love you. We're still here, aren't we? We're still friends. A bit battered and bruised, but we're still friends.
Friends. I suppose what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to do this alone.
I sort of do. I've always looked after other people. That's what I'm good at. I know how to do that. But if I'm going to get better properly, I've got to learn to look after myself.
Robert told me you used that intubation against Mike in the interviews.
Yeah, well, he would, wouldn't he? I take it you bring this up for a reason?
Well, of course I am. I'd never have told you if I'd known you were going to use it like that.
Well, why not? Something I need to know. I can't appoint people I can't trust.
So you do think trust's important then?
Well, in work situations, yeah.
But not in personal ones?
Well, up to a point. A little more of a grey area, perhaps.
Grey. Let's go out to eat. My treat.
You know you're a good doctor.
Is that supposed to sustain me?
In the meantime?
Christ, Robert, how much longer is the meantime?
Look, I don't want to lose you. It is my fault that you didn't get the job, but not in the way you think. It's because you're too much like me.
Is that supposed to be a compliment?
Good night.
Good luck.
Robert. Yeah? How would you like to do something really noble? What? The police are coming to escort Virginia. Would you hand it over? Or what's better coming from you? Make it feel more important. Eh? Virginia? This is the big chief. And he's got something to tell you.
You didn't tell her?
I can see you're the boss. You've got that way with you. Don't you think, Harold?
Yeah, I do.
Thanks.
You get that little job done.
Sweet.
Good. So, what have you got to tell me? Lovely boy.
Is this the troublemaker?
There she is.
I should warn you, I'm armed and extremely dangerous. Oh, don't worry. I'll go quietly.
No one mentioned the wheelchair.
Didn't they?
Afraid we can't take her. We've only got the patrol car.
Oh, what a shame.
Why are you stopping?
We've got a puncture.
What? I didn't feel anything.
Well, I feel it. It's on my side.
Never.
If you don't believe me, go and have a look.
What, in the slot?
Go on. Go and have a look.
This one?
My side.
No, it's not.
Jack, about Sam. I just want you to know I'm not angry, I'm not hysterical. This is cold, calculated revenge.
What?
The police are coming back later with a van.
Tell them not to bother. You can take me.
Oh, don't know about that, Virginia. Think about the gossip.
You're right. I'll go with him. He's better looking. Doctor.
It's all yours.
Hi.
You can't come in.
No, I don't want to come in. Just wanted you to know that I thought it was very good, very funny. Bye.
Hold on. Aren't you going to apologise or anything?
No, I'm not going to apologise or anything. I have no intention of apologising. What am I going to apologise for?
You know exactly what you should be apologising for.
No. Did I ever say we were exclusive? Did you ever say we were exclusive?
No, but...
No? I mean, if that's what you want, do come out and say it, do.
I don't know exactly.
You see, I thought it looked as if it seemed and felt that we were getting quite close, and it was quite enjoyable. And I'm not really used to that.
So you had sex with someone else?
Yeah.
Sam?
Yeah.
And you expect me to feel the same way?
No, Robert is right, isn't it? It's not going to work.
Wait a minute. Robert isn't right.
No, look, Christine, what is it you want? If it's all that cosy domesticity stuff, it isn't me.
I want you to get out of those wet clothes.
Fine.